Good morning, everyone. Welcome, guys. Hi, what a great time here. Let's go, everyone. How's it going? How are you today? Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Sharing our links across the board. Let your friends and community members know across the space that we started our live stream. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Close to 19,000. We have been retracing from 340 so far, but definitely a minor retracement that is so far looking like a bull flag. So pretty happy about the way the markets are shaping up, and pretty happy about a whole situation here in the way the current market is addressing the economical and political side, guys. Welcome, everyone. I am from Hungary. Right now, I am in Budapest. Welcome, welcome, guys. Good morning. Where are you from, guys? We talked about it. We've been right here together with most of you, especially in the past couple of weeks. We just started our live stream for a month and about 2 weeks. That's when we started our live stream show. And we're doing great, guys. I really appreciate you. Oh, look at that English guys right there from England. The blue line is the 200 EMA that you're seeing. The VWAP is turned off right now. USA. There you go. From the USA, we got big news today coming out from the USA economy. The CPI data, inflation numbers at 8:30 a.m., which is why we're actually decided to start our live stream a little bit earlier to be able to cover the CPI and then continue nicely with the market opening and perform our trading, because we got this 250k accounts on Ticktick doing nicely, guys. Good job. We're $10,000 above the max loss and we are building. Look at the distance. However, the market seems to be reacting on 700s. If we get news that will be considered by the market bullish, then it's going to be quite crazy. Obviously, we're going to break the previous high we made yesterday and continue. So I'd like to tell you guys, the place I want to continue is above the monthly opening. A monthly opening is the red line you see right there, 19,411. That's the monthly opening for Nasdaq. 19,411. Are we going to break out of that? It's pretty much obvious with news that the markets will consider bullish on the CPI. Obviously, we should target above that. And then what we should expect basically from the rest of the recovery is the yearly opening right there, the blue line, which is on 21,269. So these are the two targets for bullish environments: 19,411, 21,269, monthly and yearly openings. That is something we definitely need to have. What about the other markets? Well, Nvidia looks great. And whatever retracement we got from Asia and London is minimal. Is realistically minimal. Although for 15-minute candlestick, what we have here, I'm going to move to 5-minute actually. I'm going to take that indicator out so I can see my charts organized differently. I'm looking forward to seeing a breakout out of that. 200 EMA reacted nicely on the 5-minute, by the way. So we are in a good shape. Welcome guys, good morning. We did started our live stream a little bit earlier today with about 30 minutes. But that is just beautiful. Make sure to like the video, appreciate it. And let's get the numbers in the sky, up to the moon. Let's get all the numbers high. Interesting reaction here.
Order filled.
Jumping into this one for a quick scalp.
Order filled.
3 contracts. We're doing minis, not micros. We're doing a little minis out here, not micros. I can share with you my settings very soon with that, surely. We're actually trading on our usual 2 instant funding platforms, Ticktick Trader and Tap 1 Futures. I'm going to talk about them a little more today. This is a very interesting spot here on the 5-minute with the reaction on the 200 EMA, guys.
Order filled.
I haven't seen any official announcement on the extension of the sale for top one futures, but I'm gonna verify that. I'm gonna verify that and let you know, guys. It was till 11th of April. They might have updated very recently in the past couple of hours or so. Didn't check that yet. I'm gonna verify that today, guys, and let you know about it. Sure, guys, I'm gonna let you know about it. I mean, that would be massive. But this is massive over here as well in the way. Interesting situation here. I like to test out a long basically on my other contract too, on my other account too. But I gotta do my copy trading setup. I like to copy trade number 1 with number 2 right there. Those 2 accounts to be copy traded on top 1 futures.
Order filled.
5 micros.
Order filled.
Just a quick scalp right here, guys, that we're doing for the movement slightly into the 68. This is where the big deal is right now on Ticktick. We've got 5 minis with great potential right there. 12 points for our target from the entry, guys. 12 points. Look at that. If we don't get rejected right now on the 60s, we're fine for the 70s. This one looks great as well. I'm going to exit here. I like
Order
to take
filled.
that. 330, we secured it here. And on the other side, stop loss to my entry. I don't want to lose here anything. Slightly below my entry. Slightly below once again, guys. We're giving this one a little more opportunity right there.
Order filled.
We were up by 1,000 so, and the market is going back right now. It's gonna probably chop around this levels till we got the CPI 1,500 here down, but on the other side we secured basically. Obviously this is a smaller account, and we traded the minis here. Here we traded actually the micros. On the other side we traded the minis. CPI is going to be in 15 minutes, guys. CPI is very important today. Prepare again for insane volatility on the opening. Insane. 15 minutes for the core CPI and CPI month to month, year to year. It is expected basically on core CPI 0.3. So it's going to be an interesting context. Look at the 5-minute reactions here. Clearly we have a demand zone here that has reacted and it's holding the line. And that comes in conjunction with the 200 EMA as well. So the 200 EMA is basically a type of indicator that I have with 20 days, 50 days, 100 and 200 days that you cannot edit, that you cannot set up your own conditions in terms of length and sizes. So this is automatically generated. It's called, if you want to look forward on TradingView, it's called about a script. Let me share with you EMA 20, 50, 100 and 200. And you can find out more details right there. It has been functional, so I'm using it.
Order filled. Order filled.
We're back into retesting here. A
Order
nice
filled.
squeezing possibility, slightly above. Slightly above the previous wick we established.
Order filled.
Slightly above that is pretty much sufficient, guys. On the other side as well, just taking the liquidity above the wick for me would be sufficient, guys. Let's go. Looks great. I'm going to sell something right there. I'm going to get out fully. 1,100 profit. We pretty much recovered. And on the other side as well, we profited as well on top 1 futures. So made money on both. Here we recovered a $1,500 loss, and we actually brought it to 1,100 profit. Great job, everyone. Let's go with the fireworks. We still do not have the sound ready for the fireworks, but we got it. We're good to go. 12 minutes to go. Let's go. And of course, the fireworks bust final session. There you are. Because we copy traded. This is copy trading. This is copy trading, and on this $260,000 account, 260 grand right there, this is an important account that has strong possibilities for payouts. Very strong possibilities for the max payouts. It's copy traded, and that's great. On the other side, over here as well, we're looking for a great session. Well, it's a total different type of market when it moves so slowly. Indeed. And it is a thing of preference and a taste, right? So there are benefits, just like disadvantages by trading during such markets. I actually enjoy trading both. Sometimes I do enjoy trading the New York a little more than the way anything before that performs, including Asian or London session, right? So I do enjoy the volatility side a little better because it allows you to have the scalping momentums much more efficient with the strategy of the scalping. Yeah, strange nature, of course. I'm usually adjusting and tweaking a slow market structure and price action movement by increasing the size, but this is also having the disadvantage of not having sufficient room in the stop loss. So it is also having its dangerous side. You have to play tight as well with a stop loss too, if you increase the numbers. Good morning, Oliver. Good morning, guys. Careful on increasing the numbers, overall speaking. Welcome, everyone. Love to see you on board. Appreciate it. We got 10 minutes to go for the core CPI and CPI month to month. It is expected on 0.3, and we're looking for discovering more about the changing the price of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. So speaks about the inflation, guys. Inflation data comes out today. Look at that. I mean, we exited right there in the highs and the market has retraced all the way. So we could have missed all the profit that we have generated by being greedy. I don't put my trades with a bracket stop loss. I actually adjust my stop loss live after I open the trade, depending on how does the price action looks like. Adjusting it based on invalidation points live. So it's not having a predetermined bracket. Definitely not. The global risk settings are not turned on. This is the place basically under the settings where you can pretty much decide your levels and apply it automatically on all your trades. But I don't do that because I pretty much like to be very dynamic in my decisions, which is the way I've been used to trade in the past couple of weeks. Back into the lows here, but we only got 7 minutes to go, guys. It's impossible to deal with large numbers, of course, but at the same time, this is an opportunity here around 30s, 40s. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit of time. There's gonna be big movements around CPI, so we're gonna chill with that. I would love to get a breakout here, guys, on the core CPI. Look at this. Getting a breakout here, visiting back the line, and then pushing after the New York opens, breaking above the previous one and flying through the monthly opening, which is exactly what we discussed earlier, is my target. Bitcoin is sitting quite nicely on a range here above the 200 EMA. It's very interesting how this BTC is moving most of the time next to Nvidia, Nasdaq, and sometimes even the indicators are very similar to each other. Gold is crazy, guys, in the way it has reacted. Look at this. We're back into 141, almost into the all-time high, which is obviously inevitable in the way the markets are going to be portrayed in upcoming weeks. Inevitable. Tesla had a massive daily candle. It's going to break out of this downtrend. It's going to be above the 200 EMA for the daily, which is like a big mark. For the daily is a big mark. And that's going to represent good times. S&P 500 had an insane reaction yesterday, guys, in the daily. An insane candlestick. If you look left, you're not going to see a such daily candle like yesterday for an extreme while. Look at that. We started on 4,964 and we ended on 5,456, guys. That's crazy. It's a daily candle. Like, this is just nuts. Back to the 5-minute with our Nasdaq, and obviously a lot of the liquidity below. So if the market decides to flush here and then we buy this one back and then we pump above, it would be also a great scenario for me that I don't want to underestimate. Certainly not. So we got to be prepared. Doctor Strange, I have not tried that one yet, but I'm going to review that on our website as well. We're building our prop firm review website with more firms, with a lot. People trading on their own accounts made bank yesterday. Correct, Matthias. Exactly. Well, with such long on the Nasdaq, S&P, Tesla, whatever, leveraged out on the futures is just giving you the ability to make crazy amounts of money. Crazy amounts of money. Look at the nice engulfing that we had here, guys, on the 200 EMA 5 minutes with the pattern with the line I've got. That's a beautiful engulfing which represents domination on the price section. Let me just zoom in a little more. This way you will be able to see it much better. Beautiful engulfing on the 5 minute. With a stop loss below the structure. That comes in at a perfect time before the market just went crazy. Tens of thousands of dollars to be made in a such context like yesterday. Of course, with a significant level of risk. But the ratio was actually worth it. The ratio was actually worth it. Appreciate it, guys, for coming. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed this one. Gonna bring the markets high. Gonna take the numbers high as well. We have got just a few minutes till we are putting together the CPI data. Just a few minutes to go. Having my green tea as usually, a Japanese green tea. Bansha, that's the name, Bansha. You gotta taste it. If you enjoy Japanese green teas, they are of quality. Pretty good days ahead. We're gonna relax today and perform. I do enjoy the way we started our day. Pretty much in both sides. We got our 3 accounts right there. Yesterday ones were blown. On top 1 futures, 2 accounts yesterday were blown. We're extremely close to the stop loss. And they got blown, so I got today with 2 new accounts right there. The ones that are copy traded. The 3rd account is not new, is from the old purchase, is from the old round. Let's go, everyone. 2 minutes to go. Very important, of course, in the way the FOMC will incline their decisions based on the CPI and PPI data that comes out. We keep hearing more and more pressure on rate cuts. Right now, on 7th of May, when we'll have the FOMC, we are hearing more and more of that. About a minute and 20 seconds to go, and this is obviously pointing downwards here. The thing is, it does not matter the way it points, it matters the nature of the news and the way the market considers such news. No, I am from Hungary. I'm born in Hungary, basically. I'm right now having my office in Budapest.
The markets are open.
It's the center of Europe. 30 seconds to go, guys. Big numbers. Careful on your trades. Careful on your minis. And micros as well. We might see some 200, 300 points right there. So careful. Careful as well with the platforms. Some of them might not react in the way you would expect, guys. So that's going to be a big deal. There is about 10-15 seconds delay on our stream, which is the way YouTube works. So you might get the news from the way the markets are looking like. Few seconds to go. I'm going to put it right here, guys. Wow, look at the pump we are getting. Look at that pump. And it got stuck, right? Everything got stuck on 966. There you go. It's going. It's going minus 0.1 CPI month to month, minus 0.1%. But then the core CPI is what I care about right now. Look at the pump we got. Beautiful, guys. 0.1% lower than expected, guys. Lower than expected, which means inflation is lower than expected. This is great, guys, for the markets. This is why it reacts to the upside, because it's a massive difference between the expectation on 0.3 towards what we have right now. This is pointing towards a rate cut. Wow. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Looking forward to see how does a bullish day unfolds today for the markets. This is just year-to-year 2.4%. Everything is lower than expected in terms of the change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. This is no inflation, guys. Less than expected. Great signs out there. Very, very exciting, by the way. The markets obviously are running. They are running. You gotta be careful here. There's gonna be a bit of volatility, but we have the breakout possibility on that downtrend.
Order filled.
I like to test out a little bit of scalping here. Look at this, guys. Just as I like to test out a little bit of scalping here too.
Order
I'm
filled.
out of this. And I'm out of this too. So we made some money. We made some money. We were 1,100. And now we're 1,300. And then we were $600 here. Now we're $800 here, guys. Beautiful. Great job. Great job. Great news out there for the markets. Welcome, everyone. Good morning, by the way. Great news with the inflation, expecting to see rate cuts as fast as possible, and this comes in combination with yesterday's pause on tariffs, except China. This comes in great chain effect of yesterday's market reactions. We gotta move pretty quickly above 20,000 for Nasdaq. Good job so far here. On this account, we can make as high as $3,000 in a day in order to respect my consistency, but we're not going to force it right now. We're going to leave some time. There's 1 hour to go till the market opens. Good morning, everyone. Massive news out there, 0.1%, much lower than expected on the inflation. So this is allowing the Federal Reserve to reconsider their approach. We might get to see rate cuts exactly in the next meeting. It was quite even up to date. It was quite even, around 40 to 50% on the rate cuts expectancies, but now we might see some analysis that could nicely point Not gonna trade anything here for the moment. There's 30 seconds to go. The new 5-minute candle is gonna be very interesting. We did pump, but we didn't dump straight away. You want to keep that in mind. So it's not a pumping and dumping momentum out there. It's a type of news that pumped and respected the price, held it. Of course, it matters how does the 5-minute closes, but the liquidity we have in that wick is not going to remain like that. Certainly not. So I'm going to be happy buying into the new candle. Actually very happy buying into the new candle. As soon as it becomes slightly red, I'm going to be happy about it. Of course, if we're not going to get front run.
Order filled.
Looking for a quick scalp here, guys.
Order
Out.
filled.
Beautiful. We made some money on that one too. Not much, $165. But that was the point. Good morning, MPC World. Good morning, guys.
Order filled.
What a decent opportunity here. For some nice liquidity game.
Order filled.
Wow, look at a dump, guys. We just got back.
Order filled.
All the way.
Order filled.
All the way.
Order filled.
Let's go for a nice recovery here. Into the 90s. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, guys.
Order filled.
Beautiful. Beautiful reaction. Let's go into the target. We swept the low, we swept the liquidity. Now we can push this one back. We didn't swept basically below 800s. But we could trap some people around my exit point on 70s, and we can push. This is going ugly here. Have to be out at that level, and certainly have to be out at that level.
Order filled.
Good morning, guys. Very ugly, exactly on the 15 minutes, surely with a massive week. This is what happens in pre-market. Come on, let's go for a nice runner. There you go.
Order filled. Order
Sold
filled.
something. I'm out
Order
of this
filled.
here. Good. Get profit on that side. Over here as well. We just rejected all the way back.
Order filled. Order filled.
All the way back.
Order filled. Order filled.
We might sweep the low here and then I get stopped out on the bigger accounts.
Order filled.
Yeah, I got stopped out here.
Order filled.
And over here as well. So we just swept the low, basically, got into the resistance line, got stuck right there and then reversing. Pretty ugly. Pretty ugly situation. Back into a strong support appearing on the 760s, guys. Good morning, everyone. Back into the let's walk around the 1 minute chart here and work around the Fibonacci perspective, what we could expect basically for the golden pocket up to into the 900s.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Yep. And it has been triggered on the daily limit. Daily limit triggered. Moving forward. Those are stuck, guys, into the daily
Order
limit.
filled. Order filled.
Pushing this one all the way. Welcome, guys. Good morning, everyone. We're focusing, good morning, guys, on
Order
an interesting
filled.
situation here. Certainly interesting. 856. Going around for reversed pocket. Let me see, where's the reversed pocket? It is around 842. Exactly what we have been dealing with earlier on 40s.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm looking forward to seeing a stronger pressure appearing here in this 5-minute candle.
Order filled.
With a stop loss below this, we could have an impulse right now, guys. Target is sitting right there on the end of the wick on 35. Wow, what
Order
a
filled.
denial. What a denial there. Volatility has started. This is madness. Volatility has started on a madness moment. Careful, guys. Things could get ugly today in the way it looks like on the markets. This is certainly an interesting spot. I'd
Order
like to
filled.
long from my other accounts too.
Order filled.
Certainly.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Waiting for the explosion. Waiting for the explosion. Come on. Do not underestimate the possibility here.
Order filled.
Good morning, guys.
Order filled.
We've been stopped out here.
Order filled.
Stopped out over here as well. And now probably is running to the upside. Temporary stop loss has been hit. So Ticktick is off for the day. Stop losses have been hit. I'm almost in a tilt
Order
mode.
filled.
Almost. Very close to that.
Order filled. Order filled.
Going for the squeezing to the top side.
Order filled. Order filled.
Stop loss below the structure. Waiting for a New York Open very soon, guys. Very likely to be stopped out again here.
Order filled.
And we got stopped out again. $200 points dumping on no inflation. Beautiful. We strongly got rejected basically on the 5-minute by the trending line we had. Strongly got rejected. That's a good reaction on our demand zone that we've got. Lovely reaction on that. Top 1 futures is where we perform right now. We also perform on Ticktick, but that didn't win too well today. Certainly not. Nvidia is sitting in the demand zone as well, 110 pre-market. Stop loss below the current candle. Looking for seeing a breakout here, or 790s right there above the previous wicks we just established. We got to push above those. I'm going to trail my stop loss right now. Beautiful. Let's see how high we could go around this one. I'm out
Order
here.
filled.
Great. Great. Some profit has been made on this trade, and that means something has been recovered. This is a copy traded account. We're down to 726. There is about 35 minutes to go till the opening. We're going to slow down, guys. We're going to slow down a little here. We are actually in our demand zone with an engulfing closing on that candle, so I wouldn't expect to be bearish here. I would actually expect to monetize some scalpings to the upside right now. Continuously doing that. Short is better. Well, it has been better. It has been your better, excluding yesterday. Yesterday was pretty terrible. Good morning. That is considered like a live, but it's not live. It's basically a simulated funding, right? So if you're doing instant funding, you're getting funded straight away. You don't have to go through the challenge and then get funded if you pass the challenge. You are basically going to get a sim funded. It's also named like that. Let me share with you guys. So instant sim funded, which means simulation funded, right? You don't go to challenges like you go through other prop firms. You go to instant sim funded, and then the best price with the ratios, with everything, is on the 150k, which is what 99% of the people buy. I do have a video explaining it all on my YouTube channel, guys. A complete review video. I also have a video about payout rules. So I got a video with tutorials, with explanations on my channel. For those of you that would like to join, here's the link. Coupon code is SCRAMBO at the checkout. And you get maximum discount now, and at every moment you get maximum discount. You can have 3 accounts purchased. But with this instant sim fund that you make money from the beginning, and as soon as you cross the payout threshold, which is a 2%, only 2% is needed to be earned from the account for you to be eligible, whatever you make on top of that, to get paid, right? So whatever you make above $3,000, you will be able to get paid. Coupon code right there, SCRAMBO, just like this, gives you the max discount available. And then you can also apply for add-ons. No daily loss limit if you don't want that, or anytime payouts as well. You can apply for those. It costs a little more, but for some of you it could be useful. And then if you perform on instant funding as well and you're making money, at some point you're going to be moved to a live account. So that's an upgraded formula at some point. Well, based on the inflation news, we're supposed to have a good run on today. It's much lower than expected on the CPI, 0.1% compared to 0.3%, guys. This is opening the doors for greatness in terms of May 7th rate cuts. We've got more and more chances with that. Inflation is not even as expected, let alone being higher than expected, which would be terrible in the current market situation. Right? Everyone is talking about the rate cuts, and we'll see how that plays out. So this is the deal with the instant funding, guys. You make money in the instant funding. You don't go through challenges and then you get funded. Here, you get funded straight away. And then at some point, you're also going to be moved into a live account if you perform well. But again, a lot of the things can be found on my channel. We got 30 minutes to go till the market opens. Welcome everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for some of you. This is What Is It and where we are. You're actually buying, if I get back to the page, you're actually buying for $400, a drawdown of $6,000. For $400 and a max payout of $5,000, right? So at a cost of $400 right now, you can go for a max payout of $5,000 per cycle. And you can do copy trading. You can buy up to 3 accounts simultaneously and trade them simultaneously. So you can have a max payout 15 grand at the best ratio of costs, which is about 1,200. And that's quite crazy. But this is because they launched right now and they got these prices right now. Pricings will obviously change after the campaigns are going to end. Let me ask about the campaign ending time. $30 minutes to go till the opening, guys. We didn't have our best start today, but for now, we got back between the lines, and I'm pretty much satisfied that there's still opportunity. I've chilled out. I've been aggressive right there with some of my trades. They started the sim funded stage on the 4th of April, right? So they started this stage like 6 days ago. No one has been converted to live yet. That takes months. They started this specific option very recently. So they started this specific option very recently. Their mother company has years of activity in the markets. So they made a new one right now very recently with the instant funding for the futures. Their mother company is for CFDs and Forex. So they decided to make a separated one top 1 futures for the futures, and there is instant funding there too. The other one has years of activity. A great confirmation and payouts on that one too. Appreciate it. Welcome, buddy. So this is where we are right now, sitting in between the lines as usually. We're waiting for the opening. There is not much we could do at this point other than just waiting for the right moments and for the right spots to deal with a trading. If we would revisit 760s, that would be a great opportunity right here. This is something I would actually consider. A nice higher low at that. Also going into the 1 minute. We came all the way back to the golden pocket. But I'm assuming we could get into the reversed golden pocket, which is much lower, and that sits around 70s. That would be an interesting solution. Appreciate it, guys, for coming. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe as well. We're streaming from Monday to Friday. Tomorrow we got a giveaway. So we're gonna go with a giveaway tomorrow as well. Now, when it comes to Trade Evade, there is no fixed time yet, because Trade Evade right now is working a lot on their new deals they have with Kraken Company. So they are having their resources of work, energy, and so on into the new deal they had with Kraken. But as soon as they finish with that, the onboarding starts with top 1 futures. So, you know, this could be a couple of weeks. I don't know. There is no estimated time right now in a very accurate way. It's hard to say. But as they said, they will have Trade Evade. And probably at some point they will have Rhythmic as well. I don't know about Rhythmic, but I do know their CEO talked about Trade Evade. And their team talked about Trade Evade as well, and it's going to be onboarded. So this is great, guys. I mean, Project Act is also enjoyable, but for those of you that are doing copy trading amongst multiple firms, then obviously Trade Evade is going to help you to do that. And especially for those of you that are used, trading with Trade Evade is a great option. Top 1 futures right now is running the biggest discounts because it's time that they launch their instant funding and their instant funding firm as well. So this is very important. 50% at checkout with Scramble, up to 3 accounts simultaneously. If you blow, you can buy more. And the possibility as well to grab yourself add-ons. Look at how aggressive are those candlesticks. Markets are flexing, guys. The markets are flexing. The golden pocket of the prior structure is around 900s, and then we have the 200 EMA on 880s. 880s and 900s, expecting basically a form of volatility there I could monetize. Beautiful reaction that we've got so far. Appreciate it, guys. Welcome. Yes, so the promotion has been extended into the 30th of April, correct, for top 1 futures. I got that confirmed from the officials. '30th of April for the big discount. Pretty much got stuck here into the golden pocket. Look at this, guys. Talked about a short possibility of short scalping, but I didn't done too much with that. Might be going for a retest. Yeah, I'm gonna give it enough time. There is 20 minutes to go for the US market opening. We're actually speaking about here with the core CPI much lower than expected, so inflation is much lower than expected. We are pushing for rate cuts. We are looking for seeing rate cuts. I don't know if we are gonna get it right now on the next FOMC, which is gonna be on 7th of May, so there is less than a month to go. Good morning, John. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Hope you have a great time. There will always be discussions about scams and referrals and MLM and businesses like that. Every single company is pushing to attack the other. It is how basically the whole industry works. Everyone talks about this is what attracts views. This is what actually represents incentive for some people to run such subjects and discussions, even if they lack value, credibility. Sometimes they do not even exist. Sometimes reality is 180 degrees different. So again, when it comes down to speaking about scams and the way some fellas are putting that together, it is a subject that is never ever going to stop whatever you guys do. If tomorrow you do a firm and you create it in the best way possible, you guys could think about it. Following every single payout, there's going to be at least 10% of your client's base call you a scam. 10% of your client base will not be able to be satisfied. If you have 10,000 clients, 1,000 clients will not be satisfied. And some of that will call you a scam. Rules at the moment are very easy. Very, very easy compared to the market industry. At some point, they might change that, I don't know. But for the moment, they're easy to pass, easy to trade, and easy to go along. So we're making money. That's the main point. That's our job. They actually paid out today their first payout. Yep. It has been 2 cities, correct. Historically, it has been 2 cities. But now it's pretty much together. Back in the day, historically, it has been like that, but now it is pretty much together. Indeed, with a river in the middle and with beautiful, beautiful landscapes, architecture. Beautiful, guys. It is one of the capital cities that continuously is increasing their tourists by a percentage, so they have more and more tourists coming in from United States as well. There's people moving from the Western world into the capital of Hungary. Especially people that started to disagree with things that are happening in the West, and they don't like that anymore, so they decide to live in a different place. And this is different than the mainstream of the West. Is a little bit different, yeah. Interesting spot here to consider longing this. We've got basically 15 minutes
Order
to go.
filled.
This is a very interesting spot here for a runner.
Order filled.
From the price action standpoint, we also have a pretty decent invalidation level right there.
Order filled.
We're not going to do much here other than just scalping. Right above the previous week, taking some of the liquidity, even if the market runs back into the 900s. Right before the opening, I'm not going to sit into 11 micros, certainly not on a CPI day. No, no. Let me see. Here's the reverse pocket on 800, 790s. That's also a place of reaction.
Order filled.
Huh. Thank you guys, appreciated. Exactly, okie doke. And those things at some point will change. Those things at some point will change.
Order
When
filled.
people will start abusing them, it will change. It has to change, right? It's normal. And we touched the target, by the way. We touched the target, by the way. And we got a fireworks with a little delay, but still, they look beautiful, especially the bust at the end. Just like that. Wow, look at that. Hope to have the sound of this fireworks ready by tomorrow. Hope to have them ready by tomorrow, everyone. We need a sound. We recovered here about 1,000, what? 5, 6, 700. We recovered nicely. And we got a bunch of golden pocket reactions today, guys. Even reverse ones reacted nicely. That was awesome. Thank you, John. Beautiful. I don't think today we're not going to break out here. I don't think we're not going to break out. Look at this trending line, guys. I don't think this is going to survive. So I don't think 19,000 is going to survive in front of the opening, in front of what's going to come with such news. 0.1% on CPI. So there is no inflation, much lower than expected. So I like, what do you want to take the markets back into the bull mode? You have it all, guys. You have it all. Crazy stuff yesterday. We've been just calling it a day and stopped the stream, and then just a couple of minutes after we got basically the pause on tariffs along with an increase for China. everything exploded, guys. From my standpoint, the market will slowly climb. We're not going to get a day today like yesterday with such pumping, but it's going to be a continuous climbing from what I see right now. Inflation data is extremely better than expected, let's put it that way. Welcome, Anton. Welcome, guys. Welcome, AP. Good morning, everyone. Make sure to like the video and enjoy. Look at a beautiful 5-minute candle here sitting on 200 EMA. This is obviously not looking bearish for the moment. And there is one reason here where nicely we've been, I wouldn't say we didn't dump at all during the, London and some of the Asia, of course. But this retracement is just putting together the usual bull flag pattern, and that is a market continuation pattern. There is no reason right now to see a candle like this. I mean, the political side yesterday decided, if you saw the events, you have to look what does the president said. Good time to buy. He said something like that. I'm not sure exactly. He said something like that. Good time to buy or something like that in the morning. And then he announced pause on the tariffs. So he actually gave you guys a signal. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. It's nuts. This is exactly what fellas were talking about yesterday. How the president is giving you the signals. Good time to buy and then pause. So we got 2,000 points. This is wild. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Make sure to like the video. We are having 10 minutes to go for a beautiful opening. An opening in which we got a print. We got a print.
Order
I don't
filled.
think we got stock there right now. I think we're gonna wick above 900s.
Order filled.
I think we're gonna wick above 900s before the opening, to be honest with you guys.
Order filled.
So I'm just gonna scalp for that. Look at this, guys. We are looking forward. If this candle gets rejected there, I'm gonna be out. But we got a good ratio between the take profit and stop loss. A really good ratio. At a time here, people would actually open shorts, forcing for a retracement on the previous rejection we had. I wouldn't mind here to be exposing myself to my short-term approach. Beautiful, beautiful. That's why you have to tweak your stop loss a little bit. Come on, let's just break above. I'm gonna put a stop loss below that. I mean, if it reverses, I'm not gonna... Volatility is increasing, guys. I can feel that. I can smell the volatility already here. We're doing nonsense. This is the 1 minute candle that blows out above 90s. Come on. You can continue climbing. I don't mind, but I'm gonna simply get out right there. I want to be out of this sizes before the market opens. I don't want to be surprised at all by anything silly. We're gonna play this very tight, guys. Very tight on the stop loss. It's break even right now. Let's go. Beautiful, looks beautiful. 5 minutes to go. Selling 5. Sold 5 contracts. And increasing our target a little. For an upcoming 1 minute candle in the game. Exactly, stop loss, stop lose, and break even like we're sitting right now and going in tight. Even if sometimes you are missing out on certain profits. But the most important part is that you are actually covering the potential losses out. You're still going to have winners and the odds are going to be on your side. So I'm going to put I'm going to trail right below the current candle right there. I got to trail like that. I don't want to be 10 micros before the market opens.
Order filled.
Good stuff. So we made about 200 bucks on this one. We recovered out of the loss and we put the account on green, a copy traded account. Let's go, everyone. Hope you're having a great time. Hope you enjoy your day. We have got, for the moment, core CPI announcement today on 0.1% compared to the expectation, which is a huge difference out there. And that's why the market's reacted with a decent movement to the upside, putting together about 200 points, almost 200 points. Definitely not expecting, and of course, this is not a financial or investment advice, but my knowledge is representing a potential breakout here. And then of course we turn on the engine. It's not even much to do to perform that breakout. Is 100 points from the price action. We're right here. So look at that, guys. We've been trailing right below that candle and, you know, successfully closing out on a little profit. Much better than break even. Trailing also helps you as well. It has advantages without forgetting the disadvantages of the trailings. When you're near to a reversal point like the previous high we had here on the 1 minute on the 90s, a stronger pressure could trigger, and that's something you guys don't want. Less than 3 minutes to go, everyone, for the opening. And we might get the chance of getting it in a discount here. Do not exclude. I am from Hungary. Do not exclude basically the scenario where at the opening we sweep the lows and then we are just gonna grind the whole day to the upside. Do not expect that not to happen. Alright, so be careful. Due to the fact that everyone knows right now we have the core CPI very bullish. So there's gonna be a lot of the people trading longs. A lot of the people. Therefore, the markets will search to play some games with that. Play some silly games with that. Look at that 5 minute rejection we are getting here. This is what it means not to go with the stop losses at the right levels. you get punished. I did it. I didn't did the mistake, but I did move my stop loss and explained you why. Also explained you where I move it. Less than a minute to go for the opening, an opening that is attached to the core CPI. So we will see how does the market react when you have much lower inflation than the expected one. Time for the markets to stop fearing the inflation. Time for the markets to see those rate cuts. They're not going to happen today, but we might get some reactions ahead of it. Opening bell very, very soon with that, and we're going to trade here together. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. We're streaming from Monday to Friday, trading on an instant funded prop firm. Less than 10 seconds to go. And we got the opening bell. Here we are, guys. And there you go. So we got the market openings. Pretty slow, nothing special so far. Pretty slow. Let's just take this below 733 for an ugly sweep. Obviously, I'm not going to short this. Hey, Tawny. Yeah, cryptos will respond to this. They actually responded, and they will pretty much follow through the movements that we have into Nvidia, for example. Obviously, opening with a gap in the lows, but today, what do you think about it, guys? Today, grinding back and filling up the gap on Nvidia. Bitcoin is gonna hunt the 90 grand pretty quickly, guys. It's gonna put $10,000 on its current price, which is representing about 12%. So we're gonna be quite happy about that too. Bitcoin needs rate cuts, needs a sustainable growth on Nasdaq and Nvidia, guys. S&P 500. So Bitcoin needs the stock market to stop correcting. That's what Bitcoin and the cryptos need. Look at a sell-off. Obviously, this is the opening. You shouldn't be scared. That's what the cryptos need in order to run. And when they start running, especially at this time when you got stocks, it's going to be aggressive. We are in such seasons when we have overextended movements, whether we talk about a downside or the upside, it's just overextended. It goes, it goes, it goes, and it's smashing through everything, guys. We got a decent opening so far, I would say. Not really bothered about
Order
the
filled.
sell-off we had here. I think we're going to sweep the low, guys.
Order filled.
I think we're going to sweep the low. I think if we came to this level, we're going to sweep the low. If we push this all the way back, then it's obviously an ugly reaction, but I think we're going to sweep the low. Stop loss is going to be above. I have to do that. And that would be pretty bad.
Filled.
And it has been touched. Look at the crazy stuff, guys. Wow. That's very bad for...
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm going to sweep the 900s right now. Back into the resistance. Back into the resistance spot. That was a... Let's go, guys. Sweep the highs of the 900s. Beautiful. Stop loss is going to be right below this green candle that we've got. Looks great so far here. We're not supposed to get rejected and come back, but it's the opening. So you know what happens. Look at that. The whole thing gets rejected. 50 points just like that. Thin air. Gonna take my stop out from there. I don't want to be killed by the volatility. What a strong reaction we had earlier. On the 40s. Opening along on the third account as well.
Order filled. Order filled.
Testing out of water here.
Order filled.
All the way above 900s. So we got a pump and dump in the opening. A lot of the noise here. The decision has not been made.
Order filled.
Yeah, we dumped a lot here. And the stop loss has been triggered. Meanwhile, on the other side, I'm going to put my stop loss right below that wick, guys, if it's getting touched. Obviously, I got to be out of it. And I got to be out of it. There you go. We have not been sweeping that one on the highs. We got swept out, actually. We got triggered out. Just as I said earlier, lows might get swept. But then you got here 120 points, 1 minute candles that punished us. That really punished us, guys. So careful with the chopping on the opening here. It holds and then it gives up. It's crazy 1 minute candles. Look at that, guys. We got shot here. Fair value gap of yesterday. We're going to look into the 15 minute where fair value gaps are very meaningful. Look at this, guys. There are fair value gaps in the highs as well. Obviously, a lot of the fair value gaps in the lows. But that would be... I think if we would have had an inflation on CPI as expected or even higher than expected, I think we would have been trading below 18,000 already. I think we would have been trading below 18,000 already. Today was a complete losing streak. Earlier we were in a nice long here with a target above 900s, but then look at that ugly price action, guys, on the opening. That is not delivering so far too much. So much liquidity below this demand zone that we're looking at on 15-minute. Crazy. And we're staying here, guys, in this space basically for a while already. For 2 hours since I started a stream. We're out here not doing too much. The descending triangle is out here on the time frame, but we've been getting numerous reactions supporting that. Numerous reactions supporting that, guys. And finally, we're deciding on this. This is 150 points chopping. You don't want to go through that experience as a trader on the opening. No clear direction, but then we're kind of sleeping around this pivot point with so much liquidity below, and the risk of sweeping that is always there. I mean, the news we had yesterday and the political decision we had yesterday, guys, is not going to influence just about today's price action. It's going to be really influential for the movement in the upcoming week as well, and weeks. So if yesterday we decided that the trend is going to change and we're no longer continuing down, then it's not just about not seeing bearish days as well during certain moments, such as, you know, right now in the opening. That's what we're getting. We got shot. We got shot in the thick. We got basically the wick right here, but think about it. Breaking below the 700s could only be to sweep the liquidity, and then the market makers will take this thing back above and break above the descending triangle here that we've got, because usually this plays out as a bull flag. So we went below 700s. Now I'd like to see how does the reaction plays out. This is going to be a place people will long this. Limit orders, market orders. Sell the news, guys. From 790s, good job shorting it there, coach pop. Right, so it depends how hard do they have to sweep the liquidity in this level. Careful on the buying pressure, which could step in around 700s aggressively in a fully unexpected maneuver. Careful right now with the trailings. On such opening volatility, trailings get killed. So if you're trailing from the highs on a short, careful how you adjust that. Weekly VWAP trading obviously at a total different level. 1,000 points from here. It's currently out of discussion. Daily and monthly openings right there. On great news from inflation not to touch your daily and monthly opening is kind of crazy, but there's been liquidity below us, which is why they're kind of looking forward to that. Look at the pump we're getting here, guys. Told you about be careful on 700's reaction, which is a significant level with the ability to sweep below as much as it's needed. This is why a lot of the trading functions with limit orders and critical levels, because you can have 15 to 20 points catched with that. Markets fall into or push into your limit order, gets triggered, and then you're fine. With the upcoming very little reaction, you have to be on point trading it. You have to be on point trading it. Decent reaction so far. 5 minute looks good, guys. Depends what it does till the closing of this 5 minute. Depends what does the 5 minute closing does here. If it has the ability to engulf the previous candle on 790s, it is gonna be strong. Look at that, guys. Pushing it all the way back. So all the way back to 200 EMA. Let me bring out an indicator here of the CRSI, cycling smooth RSI. This is an adjusted RSI, which is having divergences, guys. Careful. Price section is doing lower lows. RSI is doing higher highs. You got reversal divergences in conjunction with multiple bullishness around 700s. We got a reaction of it. We got the outcome of that. Yep. It's not looking bad. But it depends. How does the 5 minute closes? Thank you guys for visiting. Make sure to like the video, subscribe as well. For those of you looking for trading, we got the top 1 futures prop firm. I'm gonna pin the message in the chat. We also have the Ticktick as usually. You guys know about my Ticktick one already quite a lot. For both at the checkout, Scramble Max Discount gives you the best deals existent. Crazy stuff here. It's still grinding and grinding. And we did needed that. We actually got 200 points dump after the opening. And now we're ready to fly. Fly me to the moon, guys. Daily and monthly. And the oscillator, well, I don't care about that one for now, but certainly the CRSI is showing. Maxwell suit. Too much noise with those indicators. We have to let the price action unfold. 20 seconds to go. This is a very strong closing on the 5 minutes. Thank you guys for visiting. Appreciate it. Beautiful reaction, beautiful rejection there. Crazy candles. And then it dumps. This is nuts. Pretty much chopping between 870s and 670s, 680s, right? So 200 points of difficult trading. You have to trade on low contracts, otherwise you get shot. So careful with that. Careful not to be shot. Exactly, Jack. The risk is right there. Especially with the current 5-minute rejection on the 200 EMA blue line and the wicks established above is not the most healthy sign. Not to see the lows, but usually after the openings it's very hard to rely on these things, which is why the strategy of not trading at the openings is sometimes very good. The informations we are seeing are not that reliable. So the market feels it wants to go lower, and then you get basically a 60-70 points candle, but still, it's just getting denied, as you can see. The selling pressure is right there. We're actually engulfing back and forth. Yeah, Jack, exactly. Most of the time it's better not to trade at the opening. So I am a guy that is aggressive on the sizes, which is why London fundamentally goes in my favor. Look at that. So we got the 5-minute closing on engulfing around 700, guys. Obviously, in terms of the price section, this is pointing downwards. But then the crazy stuff is gonna unfold right there. This could be very interesting for the continuation here. So much liquidity. Take that out and then resume the pump. Bitcoin dumped about $1,200. Let me just organize this thing back for you. Appreciate guys for coming. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. Streaming from Monday to Friday. Usually at 8:30 a.m. EST time, which is exactly an hour before the market opens. But sometimes we're also streaming from 8 a.m. EST time. Depends. For example, tomorrow we're gonna start at 8 once again. We've got for tomorrow core PPI. Great stuff. Strong movements expected from there. Look at the reaction here. I'm just gonna be here with you guys looking forward. The decision they are generating from the 700s. Bitcoin has decent strength, and Bitcoin is obviously for day trading is something else. But when it comes down to the upcoming period for Bitcoin, it is pretty much expected for bullishness, right? So with the expectancy in the upcoming months of the stock markets to recover, Bitcoin and the crypto space is going to recover as well, with altcoins having their usual rallies, strong rallies. So there is a good opportunity there. Ethereum is trading at 1,570s. Think about how much of a disaster for a bull market price is that. Ugly and difficult price section with the risk of the liquidity to be swept below this. At the same time, with a demand zone that we're sitting on 700s, it is, for me, it is an uncertainty level that is not favorable for the trader. Yeah, guys, this is looking like it wants to go down. It wants it. Is it capable of getting it? So until you pretty much achieve the big short 200 points, you want to see that 200 points 5-minute candle, guys. You might see the current candle, current and the next one. I'd like to see if the current candle is going to get some rejection here or simply is going to be very strongly closed like this. We just broke below. We're creating after the opening new lows. So this is what happens, guys. When you get no inflation, you're still dumping for the day. Day trading is a little bit different. I might fall asleep here. Gotta push some numbers. It was a very bad day for me in trading.
The markets are open.
Look at that move, guys. 60 points green candle. Almost getting denied. Strange nature. So how long? I mean, minimum 5 days for you to reach your 20% consistency. You have to trade at least for 5 days to get that consistency. And then afterwards, whenever you have your consistency and a target, you're good to go. Short is playing out finally. It's dominating, guys. Finally, the short is not only making noise, but it's also confirming. Shaking the markets a little bit, of course. Nvidia falling below the monthly opening. But it's way above the VWAP, it's way above the AMA as well. It's way above everything that matters for the moment. That's unfortunate, Ricardo. Ricardo Zapata, that's really unfortunate. Now you have to lose more with the risk of making too much. Right now you are in trouble. Well, strange nature, that's pretty difficult. You need an efficiency rate, a conversion rate of good trades very high, basically. You need a lot of the good trades in a row right now to protect and save that account. And think about the same efforts put into a new account. The same efforts in a new account would actually and could actually bring you the payout. Meanwhile, the same efforts in this account might not bring you the payouts. This is how you guys got to think about it. When you want to lose, it's never possible to lose, Ricardo. I had that feeling as well. When you fix the consistency, you know, it's very easy actually to lose, trade the opposite than what you would like to trade. You have more chances. So think about, what would I trade right now, and then trade the opposite. And you're making money. Even more. Thank you guys, by the way, for visiting. Appreciate it. I'm gonna call it a day, guys. What's happening here is pretty much over for me for today. Looking forward to a much better Friday, closing out of the week on green. And I'm gonna be chilling out tomorrow a little more on my trades, especially on the tilting side. Yeah, difficult day today. But we're moving forward. We're fully honest, transparent about it. And this is the most important part. Sorry, guys. Yep. That's pretty much all about for it, fellas. Looking forward to it. Tomorrow is going to be a much better day. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for visiting. Thank you guys once again. Careful today with the choppiness and the missing of the very, very clear direction so far on the openings. You got great news from CPI that are not yet materialized in the markets. So this is difficult to be performed. Looking forward to it tomorrow, guys. All the links, coupons, everything are discoverable. Appreciate it. Have a great time. Thank you, guys. Looking forward to it tomorrow. A beautiful day.